Rodeo.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Hanger Slang. This is our podcast.
Yeah.
We got a bit of a new setup, as you can see.
Real nice setup. We'll do
a overview angle later.
It's just cozy, you know?
It is cozy. We've decided we want to feel peaceful and blissful when we're recording, and I don't want stress. Because the more stress happens, the more anxious I get.
And the less
more
natural.
self-help books I have to buy.
Self-help books. Yeah, we're trying to keep this conversation as natural as possible. I think that's been our goal since day one.
Yeah.
Hoodies. Hoodies are coming out soon. We've been talking with our people. Yeah, cool designs. Designs in the work.
So thank you for all the 104 subscribers.
104.
It's been real. And I don't know how many of you are trans, LGBTQ, gay, but we accept you all. We love you all. So I'm just going to say, just come subscribe. And if you don't subscribe, then we will pull a hate crime. So, anyways.
On that note, I think we got a great guest tonight. Here's how I would describe him. Just a practical guy, you know?
Casual guy.
Yeah, from day one, knew what he was doing.
Yeah, there's a picture of his face under the definition of America.
Yeah. Very mechanically inclined, real good with his hands.
Yeah.
So without further ado, Captain John Allward, how you doing?
How's it going?
Yes, sir.
Amen,
no cheers for that, Steve? Thank you. There it is. That's more natural.
The week off.
John is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. John, how are you, bro?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks, man. You comfortable? I'm
pretty comfortable, yeah. I'm curious to see what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
I want to start off with one thing. Why'd you join? Why'd you say yes to coming on the pod?
That's a good question. I know Gio.
Remember, speak just right in the middle here.
I've known him for a long time.
Perfect.
Trying to help his podcast grow.
Yeah.
Amen.
So, yeah.
Appreciate that.
He is the starter of the fishing club at Calvary.
Fishing club at Calvary.
Do you even think, is that club even a thing anymore?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that for sure.
We'll get into it.
Yeah. So we know you from high school. I've known you. When did you join Calvary?
6th grade. Yeah.
6th grade.
That's how I know you.
Gotcha. And I'll never forget, like, first fishing trips I went on was on that was it a 11 whaler?
11 whaler.
Yeah.
Yep. I put you on your first snook.
First snook.
Helped you get into your boat and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
The relationship you have with the person who put you onto their first snook is like,
yeah.
It's like you saved their life and they owe you.
You never forget it.
Never forget.
You really don't. I can remember that day pretty well.
Yeah. No, you never forget it. When you ever catch a nice fish, you always remember it forever.
Yeah.
So
totally.
I remember all my fish catches.
Yeah.
What was your first?
I haven't fished that much.
What was your first fish, John?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
First memorable
probably,
fish.
First memorable fish, probably a snook.
Yeah.
A snook on my dock one time. Yeah.
It's like it's pivotal in your fishing career, like
sure,
your first snook.
Yeah. Once you catch one, you're hooked.
I remember my first snook.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, we were supposed to take that note. Never mind.
So I have a new segment. This is the second week we're doing it. Steve's first time witnessing this new segment. Hanger Slang Word of the Week. It's where we give you a made-up word, and you just try to put a definition to it. All right,
Okay.
You ready?
Let's hear it, yeah.
Word of the Week. Hanger Slang Word of the Week. Caracoctus.
Ooh, I don't know.
Caracoctus.
Sounds like an exotic bird.
Okay. But yeah.
It's not bad.
That's a good one.
Exotic bird.
Yeah.
Caracoctus.
I think I was like leaning more towards like you're caring but cocky at the same time. But I like exotic bird.
Yeah, I'm thinking exotic bird.
I like exotic bird.
I like exotic
pterodactyl
bird.
kind of.
Yeah, caracoctus. I almost think carrots and cock, but then it's just like, where's the us?
Yeah.
Where's the us?
You're always
No
thinking,
us.
yeah, you're always thinking about that. Yeah.
Dude, you're so right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't leave the head.
It shows, yeah.
I deal with it a lot.
Which head?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
man.
little one. That's the
So
one that does the thinking.
Let's get into Calvary memories a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I think the first, it's hard kind of taking a step back and looking at high school memories with a specific person,
Okay.
but one that definitely stuck out and one I'll remember forever is towards the end of the year, our English teacher Mrs. Elwell. John, I think what class were we in beforehand?
I know
it was
the
like
story.
something
So-
physical, PE or something.
Yeah, so we were in I don't know, strength and conditioning or something.
Yeah.
And Miss Elwell, she said, I could really use a podium. Because she had this table, it was just, it was crappy. And I was like, you could really use a podium. She's like, wow, that'd be great. If you could make one for me, man, that'd be awesome. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll see what I can do. So I'm walking in the commons and I see this podium off to the side. I'm like, oh, that would work. So I pick it up, I take it up there, and I'm like, hey, look, I got you a podium. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's great. Wow, I'll give you a bunch of extra credit, whatever. Thanks a million. And I'm like, oh, wow. I'm surprised she didn't say, hey, where'd you get that from?
Yeah.
But she took it. And here's the best part about it. So she says, okay, I want everybody to write on this podium in permanent marker.
Everyone signed their name.
Everybody signed their name on that
Oh my
podium.
God.
And I was freaking out. I was like, oh, shit, wow, I don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
So everybody signs their name, and that's great. And the class ended, and that was it. I was like, okay, I guess I got away with it. So I get an email a couple hours later, like, hey, John, we need to talk. And she says, oh, where'd you get that podium? And, I know you didn't make that, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, you're right, So
Yeah.
she was okay with it. She was cool.
I still
That was
have
funny.
I still have a video of
Yeah.
John carrying it from the gym to English class, just on his shoulder.
Yeah.
This big wooden podium.
That podium powerhouse, eh?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
hey, why not repurpose something?
Yeah.
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 That was funny,
That
man.
was funny, yeah.
John, we're talking about high school memories. How did you get the nickname The Pill?
The pill? I don't even want to know.
That was one of
I
his
don't know.
nicknames?
That's an Arthur thing. Arthur came
I
up with
don't
that.
know, man. A lot of people
The
called.
Pill.
I knew your name. Like
I
they were
guess-
like, "Are you friends with John Allward?" I don't even know a John. Oh, it was The Pill. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I'm friends with that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can say, like, there's a pill for this,
Yeah.
and there's a pill for that, and there's John for everyone.
Yeah,
And
I guess we'll go with that.
when you consume John, it makes you feel like after you take a pill.
There you go.
You feel good.
Yeah.
You feel good talking to John.
Okay.
Anyways,
So,
shut up, Tyrus, right?
yeah.
Shut up, Tyrus.
All right.
So
Trying too hard.
before Calvary, what did your I'm curious to know, what did your childhood like kind of consist of? Like, where were you growing up? Oh, California, right? Now that I'm thinking of it.
Yeah, originally from Long Beach, California. Moved out to Florida when I was 2009. 2009, so like 9.
Yeah. Big In and Out fan.
Oh yeah, big In-N-Out fan, yeah. Big
For
In-N-Out.
Did you know they put Bible verses on the bottom of their
Yeah,
cups?
John 3:16, yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
They have your
Wow.
name and then 2-3 numbers after it?
Yeah.
Letters? It's crazy.
Yeah, underneath,
Numbers.
and they put all kinds of stuff on there. Yeah, it's a good company. But yeah, moved out here, went to like elementary school in Fort Lauderdale, and then went to Calvary.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
yeah,
How was your childhood? How was it like moving? Was it
not a big deal.
no? Cool.
Everybody was happy to get out of there.
Yeah.
It
Any,
Yeah.
wasn't cold.
any
you know.
traumas?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, yeah.
Nothing
If
wrong
you
with the
did,
guy.
we
No,
could
no,
get
no,
into
yeah,
it.
yeah. I just went right in.
'Cause usually when people come on the pod, they just want me and Gio to make them feel better.
No,
about their past.
I'm feeling pretty good about everything, actually.
Yes,
so I'm
amen,
good, yeah.
dude.
That's
It
good.
takes pressure off us.
For sure.
Yeah. So I'm curious, at such a young age, how did you become so like mechanically inclined?
Like you were building engines at what, John? Like what? 8th grade?
No,
Like,
like
oh man,
6th grade.
I just flipped this
Yeah.
moped for $300. Like, well, oh yeah, whatever,
Nah.
dude, shut up. And,
No,
like,
but
you
seriously,
turned
the
out your-
ability to know an engine inside and out, to be
Yeah.
able to work on fiberglass and it's a real trait to have.
Don't
Yeah.
you also weld?
Yeah, I kind of do. And I'm going to aviation school, so I learn how to rivet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To rivet. Wow,
rivet,
that's cool.
Yeah, riveting.
He was
you know,
riveting in the
pretty
womb.
much I pretty much have my hand in everything.
Yeah.
As far as hydraulics, mechanics, electrical, kind of everything.
So how did
So-
how did that start off?
So started off summertime, bored, and they have this thing in Fort Lauderdale called bulk pickup. Well, that's basically where they throw all their trash out and everything. I saw the pressure cleaner out on the road. I was like, oh shit, I could resell that. So I bring it to my house. I go through it, I get it running. Cleaned the carburetor, got it going, and I resold it. I was like, shit, there's money in this. So I kept going ahead, getting more stuff, buying and selling things.
The first
and-
helicopter of the night, by the
Really?
way.
Yeah, VSO.
Yeah, it gets
Yes.
loud. We can give it a second.
Okay.
Give us the sound, Steve.
And that's when I walked in and I stabbed him in the neck.
Yeah. I think this part will speed up.
Okay.
Maybe.
We can cut it out?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so we'll start over. So what? Start it.
go to.
I think
keep
the last
going.
thing that, okay, before the sound, you said,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, there's money in this.
Yeah. So, you know, I kind of got into the mechanical thing as, you know, hey, there's a little bit of money in it. We keep talking to her now.
Yeah, sure.
No,
You're
we're
good,
good.
you're
We're
good,
good.
you're
We're
good,
good.
John,
Don't
you're
mind.
good.
So,
Continue.
anyway, you know, there's decent money, and I figured out at a young age, and you know, it's fairly simple. You know, a lot of people can't figure things out and fix things, so I figured, you know, there's kind of a niche here. So, but it also started off too as a hobby. You know, I had those things called the Go Ped. Everybody said, "Oh yeah, you know, you have any Go Peds, whatever." And you know, middle
Classic
school.
John.
It was a
Classic
meme.
John,
It
yeah.
was a meme.
It was a
Yeah.
trademark.
Yeah, but they were a lot of fun, and I'm so glad that I got into that because, you know, working on just a basic, you know, thing like that just teaches you so much about, okay, you know, here, hey, put the wheel on, you know, otherwise it's going to fall off. Hey, torque these bolts down, otherwise it's going to come loose. You know, go through this, otherwise something's going to happen. So just picking up those little things, you know, made me a better mechanic today. And, you know, if you can understand something basic like that, just a scooter, like a lawnmower or something, you can work on a jet engine. So
Yeah.
it all applies, you know. You know, where there's a lot of people that know, okay, I know how to work on a jet engine, but you give them a lawnmower and they can't even work on it. So, you know, you have to understand the basics before you can go up.
Do you think you're downplaying that a little bit, like a lawnmower jet engine? Like, is there steps in between there? Maybe like, I don't know.
There's steps in between, but I mean,
unicycle?
I know, you know, a lot of aircraft mechanics, and I have to work on their car.
Yeah, that's
reality.
interesting.
So, you know, it's not everybody, just because you know how to work on a plane or something doesn't mean you can work on anything.
Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, so I got into that, and then
I feel like you started to enjoy it. You
yeah,
know?
no, I enjoy it for sure, you know. You know, I got into that, and then I moved to Deerfield, and I started getting into boats, buying and selling boats, and that's where things, you know, really took off with my fishing and stuff like that. And
That's what I was going to get into next.
Right.
Did you enjoy flipping boats? Because that was a big thing. And you know, it's something you could use while you're flipping it.
it was good at the time, but you know, I don't really do that anymore. The reason why, there's a lot more extra steps involved as far as you know, the resale of it. You know, you have titles, you have insurance, you have registration. You know, you have boats. If they're neglected, they take a lot of work to bring back. You know, gel coat, painting. You know, it's a big job. And also down here, nobody takes care of their boats. You know, they just let them corrode away. You know, they run them in the ocean and stuff, and they don't wash them off and stuff like that. So that was, they took a lot of time. Like one summer, that first boat, I remember I started at the beginning of summer, and I wasted my whole summer away sanding on a boat. You know, sand on the bottom of the boat, fairing it out, priming it. Okay, we painted it again. One time I painted it, like this time, and there was a bunch of flies that got all into my paint. So I had to sand the whole boat again,
Yeah.
repaint the whole boat. And but yeah, looking back, no, there's not really,
It wasn't worth it,
nah, not really.
just because of the work
And-
involved.
Yeah, and I moved up at too slow of a pace. You know, I went from 11 whaler to a 13 whaler. Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
2 feet.
2 feet.
One,
Would you say you enjoy doing all this? Is this
Yeah,
what
for
kind
sure.
of set your soul on
Yeah,
fire?
yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
enjoy it for sure. Even back then. But you know, like I say, I don't regret doing any of this because now, hey, if I need to paint a boat, I can do it, no problem. I can do a good job at it. You know, fiberglass. That's you know, airplanes, boats, cars. You know, some of the cars they have fiberglass on them, so it all applies.
Yeah.
So I don't regret doing any of it all.
Yeah, when you say paint a boat,
Yeah.
if someone asked me to paint a boat, I'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
I need to go to Michael's or like Best.
Yeah.
Or like,
Home-
I'm
Home
like-
Depot,
I'm gonna
yeah.
just Home Depot, get much paint as I can, and
Yeah.
just start slapping it on that
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah,
So,
and no, for sure. The first couple boats I did, they were rough. You know, looking back at it, it's like, wow, I made a lot of mistakes there. You know, I should have done this. But look, you know, now I can put that in my back pocket and say, hey, I'm gonna not do that in the next boat. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, the boats are fun, and like you say, the fishing that was definitely a perk. You know, to fixing up boats and stuff like that. You know, we would do a lot of fishing and stuff in the summertime, and you know, all throughout the year and stuff. So
And I feel like when you're on the water in South Florida,
yeah,
you got to get into boats.
for sure.
You know, that's
Yeah, why not? Yeah, otherwise don't live here.
it's probably
Yeah.
it's probably the best part of South Florida is the water.
Otherwise, you are a queer.
Yeah.
Beep.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Oh wait, okay, just say one thing. I think that's what you're supposed to say, right? LGBTQ. You're supposed to say queer, right? It'd be wrong if I said homo or like that. You can't say that anymore.
You know, that's an interesting
I
question.
don't know. I'm actually really trying to
I think-
understand because I want to be like, I don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah. I think what we should do is have someone in the community maybe come on next.
Yes,
Just
I'm
to clear
down.
some stuff up.
Yeah.
Or you should just go down
I
to
mean,
Wilton
dude.
Manors and have an open mic and just say, hey,
You're right.
what's going
You're
on?
right.
Yeah.
Hit up Will and
Take
Manners.
it. Always got
What
to
a
take
businessman.
Always take it to the streets if you don't know what to do.
Hey, Will and Manners is fun. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Tyrus
That's a
and I have
phrase.
been hitting it lately.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 No, no pun intended. We've been hitting Wilton. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, have
I missed that. Dude, last pod, we didn't have any of the buttons being pressed, dude.
yeah, keep it coming.
It lets you know what you're missing when it's not there.
So
Yeah, thank you.
when you interact and sell and buy off of like, you know, OfferUp, Craigslist, have you had any bad experiences?
Scammers.
Oh, yes.
Scammers.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I'll tell.
What do you do in that situation?
Yeah. Well, I try
Just
not
wait
to
to hear the situation.
Tell your story.
I
What
try
happened?
not to have any situations like that, but I will tell you this: I mean, I've sold thousands of things, you know, Craigslist, OfferUp, stuff like that, and you know, you go in and you get comfortable and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, whatever, this is another sale, another guy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a little too comfortable, and I was selling a scooter. This was like when I was just getting out of it. This was like my last one I had, a GoPed, just selling it, and. You know, I'm selling it. The guy says, yeah, I'll be there at like 6. You know, obviously meet him in the daytime. But it's like, yeah, hey, I'm running late, you know, whatever. And I'm like, okay, you know. And this is wintertime, so it got dark early. And it's like, okay, you know, I'm coming. I'm on the way. I'm like, okay, you know, how much longer am I going to wait here? You know, I need to be here soon. It's like, okay, you know, I'm here. So it's like 7 o'clock at night. Yeah, it's sketch. And that should have been a red flag at the time. But I was like, you know, I've never had a bad experience. So I was like, whatever.
Young and dumb.
Yeah, young and dumb. So I see this car pull up, and these two guys get out of the back, and the car takes off. And I'm like, what the hell is that? So I'm like, hey, where'd the car go? And they're like, well, you know, he had to go get like some gas or something. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, okay, here it is. You know, I'm showing them it. I started up and stuff like that, and I ride up and down the street. I didn't let them ride, of course. So I'm there, I'm holding it. I'm like, okay, so what do you think? You know, what's the deal? Oh, well, they're kind of looking at it. And the guy just rips it out of my hand and just takes off on it.
No.
I'm like, holy shit. I mean, I was just standing there like, did this really just happen?
Yeah. You're in
And
shock.
I'm like, what the fuck, you know? So I get in my truck, haul ass, you know, and, you know, I tracked the guy down. He went in the backyard in the scooter. It was running, just running it, went in the backyard of somebody's house. And I'm like, man, if I get back there, I'm going to get stabbed or shot or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Just forget it. Take it as a loss.
Yeah.
So I reported it to the police. It's like, oh, well, you know, you have a serial number on it? No. Oh, well, you have a title and registration? No. I'm like, it's not a street legal scooter.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, no. So
We'll make a case.
Right, I'll make a case. Yeah, exactly what they did. So here's the messed up part. I found that scooter about like 2 or 3 weeks later, and I see it on OfferUp. It's the exact same scooter. You know, all these little things, they have little different characteristics. The paint, the motor, the wheels, whatever. So it's like, okay, hey, this is it. You know, I sent it to the guy. I'm like, hey, go get this guy. And I was messaging him. I was like, oh, okay, I'll come get it. You know, I'm good with the price. You know, I'm gonna come buy it. And he's like, yeah, well, we can't do that because we can't prove that it's the exact same serial number and model number and all that. And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Not worth
It's
it.
not worth it.
I thought.
But that really sucked. I was really down on that. I was like, you know, I shouldn't be doing this.
Did
It's
they
just
pull a
big-
gun on you?
No,
Gotcha.
they didn't pull a gun on me.
Okay, so
I
they
thought
just
they would.
they just took it and left.
The guy was there. My first mistake was, you know, he had one handlebar in his hand. He was looking at it, and he just ripped it out of my hand.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Wow.
really? Like,
I
did
mean,
this just happen?
in your
You know?
defense, people don't normally do that. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah, that's why I was
And-
like, oh, whatever. You know, maybe
Yeah.
he's just, I don't know, maybe he's just looking at it. And by the time I kind of realized, like, wow, this is happening.
I just
the guy was
got.
gone.
Yeah.
You know? So, moral of the story, you know, from that,
What is the moral of the story?
moral of the story is don't meet people at night. And if you say, hey, you know, I'm late, well, it's like, well, just reschedule. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not worth
Do you
it.
think you would have done anything in daytime though? What would be different?
They wouldn't have stole it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Too many eyes.
Too many eyes. Too much going on. There's people outside. No.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have done that.
The Wolf's Howl at midnight, man. That's
Yeah.
not.
And there's no lights on it, so I mean, you could. It's like catching somebody on a dirt bike. You're
That-
never gonna catch them.
That
never
is
gonna
so
catch 'em.
frustrating, honestly. There's a lot of
Yeah.
scumbags out there.
Oh, believe me, I deal with them all the
Like,
time.
really? A GoPed? Come
Yeah.
on. What are you, 14 at the time?
Like 15, yeah.
Come on,
15,
man.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does that guy go to sleep at night, huh?
He's probably in jail now. Probably stole a car.
Yeah.
That's probably the
Right.
next thing. Yeah. So I knew.
They started with you. They're
They
like,
started
yeah.
with me. I was probably the first one, but yeah, some dumb kid, hey, I'm selling a scooter, whatever.
So John.
But yeah, so that's kind of sucked. But
John's not done yet.
Hey,
I'm not done yet. You
that's
can't,
life.
You can't let that stop you.
That's life.
When you get thrown off the horse, you gotta get back on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unless you break your neck and die. But
Hop right back on.
Yeah.
what have you been up to since high school?
Since high school.
What?
So-
yeah.
One thing
It's been almost 4 years now.
It's been almost 4 years. That's crazy. It seems like it was yesterday.
Oh
But,
yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I got out of the scooters and I moved into a little higher clientele, we'll say. I got into golf carts, and man, that has just been a great business for me.
Wait, are you selling them or
buying and selling golf
Okay,
carts.
because my golf cart just broke.
Really?
Yes, and
Okay.
my family's looking to buy a new one
Or
and
fix
sell
up.
that one.
Yeah. Okay, I'll buy it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, there you go. Everybody, there's probably more golf carts, or as many, if not more golf carts than cars down here in South Florida. I mean,
It's a lot.
So
everybody
many.
has a golf cart. At this airport, everybody has everybody in their hangar has a golf cart.
Yeah.
Their house, whatever, marinas. I've sent them some links.
Yeah, he has sent
You
me a
should get a
couple.
hanger
Links,
golf
yeah.
cart.
You should
Hanger
get a
slang golf cart.
Pick up the guests at
Yeah,
the gate.
dude, that'd be fun. And like right
Dude.
now, put some lights on it. They're a lot of fun. You can
Yeah.
cruise around, watch planes take off.
We're having our accountant look at our budget, see if
Oh,
we can
yeah?
see if we can fit it in.
Go through the books.
Subscribe, like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, there you go.
Moving some
Hey,
money around.
if you want us to get a golf cart,
Yeah.
Yes,
subscribe.
and they know that if how many likes was it, like 2 million likes?
2 million.
We'll eat a whole bag of
Doritos.
Lay's.
Lay's
Eat a jar of pickles and do DMT on the podcast.
on the podcast. Yep.
DMT.
2 million likes. That's it.
It's just 2 million.
That's a Joe Rogan thing, right?
Yeah, that is
he
a
always
Joe
talks
Rogan.
about that. And elk meat.
And
That's
elk,
the other
yeah.
thing,
DMT and elk
DMT.
meat.
You need to talk. You need to get some elk meat on.
I'm saying it, man.
Like
telling
I'm really enjoying this conversation we're talking about. It's really cute, but I want to talk about something the audience really wants to know about.
Okay.
Sure.
John, how many people did you kick out of fishing club? More people than came in, it seemed, right?
Some people got kicked out themselves,
Yeah.
We had this one, I'm not going to say the name, but we had one sponsor.
No, we'll mention names later, John.
Yeah,
Do not worry
Hey,
about
you
that.
can get into names.
Yeah? No, I'm not gonna.
We don't.
Just first name.
I know who you're talking about. We might have him on in the future pod.
You're
so.
kidding me.
Who is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Kevin?
No, please stop. How many
is
people?
it?
I want a number. How many people did you kick out?
Not really kicked out, but kind of showed him the door,
Yeah.
No, it was.
What a John Allward way to say I kicked someone out. I showed them the door.
Because at the end of the day, he's trying to do something serious
Of
to
course.
help people out,
It
and
was
you have
ve-
these scrubs coming in just yelling the whole time.
And have you guys
know?
had the opportunity to be at fishing club?
Oh,
This
dude.
guy brought a real net in and showed me how to cast net, and I was very entertained. I love fishing club. I'm just telling you that. Go ahead.
was a very good club.
Well, kind of looking back on that, that was a really good experience because I started that club. That was like nothing. I started it, and that just kind of gave me a lot of skills to like, okay, here's how you like manage something. I was terrible at it, but still, you got to start
I
somewhere.
don't think so. I don't think so.
I mean, I was okay. Yeah, it's just the problem was there really wasn't a lot of people that were. It's like, okay, you have a club. Like, a fishing club. Like, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna go fishing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, hey, let's go fishing.
Well, we did that one
It was
time, right?
fundamentals, bro.
Where did we go? Where did we do that?
I think to the little canal.
The little canal, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like, hey, I had a fishing trip planned. Like, hey, let's go on a drift boat. Let's all go together as a class, And yeah, you're gonna have to pay for the trip. I can't pay for the trip, And as soon as money got involved, like, oh, I'm not what the hell is that? So
I
was like, yeah, whatever.
If you got a
But-
shirt that you made that you could wear on Friday, that's success.
he did
Yeah,
that,
and that was-
he did
Yeah.
that.
If nothing else, that was crazy.
The shirt was cool.
Yeah.
And it also that club was really good for like just regular people. Like you didn't have to be in like an honor society or some. You didn't have
Right,
to. You didn't have to be a genius. You could just be a whatever.
Yeah.
You got $20 here. Here's a shirt. Whatever. There's other shirts you had to like earn. It's like, man, come on. That's ridiculous.
Come on,
That's
man.
ridiculous.
John for president on it.
Yeah.
What would you do different?
Yeah.
Okay, top 5 most annoying people at fishing club. Go ahead.
Can I say names?
Yeah,
Please-
of course.
Please say
Of
names.
course.
Yeah.
Please.
we want to stir up drama. That's
Yeah,
our
yeah.
thing.
Gabe and Jake, they were a pain in the ass.
Gabe Williams, Jake Dutois.
What was kind of disappointing was like Gabe, he had a lot of knowledge, but he wasn't really willing to share it with people. And that's like what fishing club is all about. You share like, hey, I suck at fishing. Here's how I get better. Okay, here. let me
Hard
help you
work
out.
beats talent.
Exactly. Yeah. So, that was kind of disappointing because he knew a lot, and he still does know a lot.
How many boats does that kid have? How many boats?
I don't know.
Enough.
Enough. Yeah.
Enough.
James, he was pretty annoying. He kicked himself out really with the first sponsor.
James Fries.
The second sponsor, I brought him back. I mean, he was just being, immature.
Wait, which James?
James Fries,
James
bro.
Fries.
Oh, what about
Fries.
Jacob Dutois? How'd that kid go?
Yeah, I mean, he was with Gabe, just doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing against him. But they, everybody's probably changed in 4 years. But I haven't kept in touch with them. But
Not much, but yeah.
yeah. So those
That's
guys,
crazy,
guys
dude.
were annoying.
I feel you.
But yeah, that whole thing was just like, hey, nobody cared. That was the big thing. Everybody just wanted to screw around. I mean, you're in high school.
Yeah, and
You're in
that's
high
like
school,
that was
looking
like
back,
it's like small groups. Like
Right.
no one really cared a lot.
Yeah.
nobody really cared. And
It's like eat lunch and screw
right,
around.
Right, and the fact that I wanted to like do something, everyone was like thrown off by that. Like, wow, what the hell is this?
I know, but people came.
People came.
people came.
It's
People
true.
came.
Well, they came for the shirt because I said, hey, look, you got to come for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 meetings before I can give you a shirt.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
good incentive.
Earn your stripes,
It's
big
incentive.
guy.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise you had a bunch of goons walking around with your shirt on. So
Yeah, true.
But yeah,
You should have made a shirt that said Guggen, really big on there.
Guggen?
What?
Again.
yeah.
All right, parlay back into kind of post high school.
All right.
You've upgraded from mopeds to
Go-Peds, yeah.
GoPeds to scooters. I mean to golf carts.
Yeah.
Work wise, you're an airport employee. Our first airport employee.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should that be the title?
That
of
should
the
totally
pod?
be it. We finally got an airport employee on.
Airport employee.
Yeah. So I work, right at high school, like 11th grade or so. I was kind of looking around for a job, because I really just did my own thing, I was like, yeah, I need to get some work experience, that we can put on my resume. And I was looking for something close, and this job came up at a small FBO here on the south side. And, it was just a maintenance guy, painting and pressure cleaning, sweeping the floor, pulling weeds, stuff like that. I was like, yeah, whatever, it seems like a good company. I'll get my foot in the door. So I started out with that, painting, pressure cleaning, and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, I'm pretty mechanical. I can fix stuff. Okay, we'll give you a shot here. So I started out with fixing golf carts. And that's kind of how I got into that.
Yeah.
Is they're like, okay, we got like 35 golf carts here. A lot of them are broke down and they need to be overhauled and, they need to be painted and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I can do all that stuff. So they gave me a shot at that. They're like, oh shit, this guy knows what he's doing. So I took that over, and then, okay, well, we have some tugs, we have some fuel trucks, we have some ground power units, we have a bunch of other stuff here, forklifts. It's like, can you take on this job? I'm like, yeah, sure, for sure, I'll do it. And so I got out of painting and pressure cleaning, got into that, and I hired somebody for that. So I moved up that way, and I've been doing that for probably like 4 years now. But it's been a good gig. I took my mechanical skills from here to here as far as working there.
Yeah.
Just picking up things and.
Yeah.
Hey, and I work for the mechanics too.
You're doing them a favor,
I'm doing them a
and
favor.
at the same time you're learning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
And,
cool.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
And Banyan's busy.
Yeah, it's busy.
They're
it's a busy
busy.
spot. Yeah.
If you don't know Banyan, it's about the busiest FBO here in Fort Lauderdale.
The only legit one.
Yeah.
All the other ones are sketchy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right,
But
so, do have a question. You went to Africa, didn't you?
I did go to Africa.
See any freaking elephants or African elephants? I might say.
No, they ate them all, unfortunately.
No.
And that's not a joke. Because
Really?
there's no conservation over there.
Wow.
Wait, John, wait a second. What were you doing in Africa?
So that goes back to the work thing. So the owner of the company, he is originally from Nigeria, a small town in the bush called Egbe, Nigeria. And I mean, this place is out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, out in the jungle, basically. And he's from there, and he got to know me a little bit. I got to know him. We got along, and he said, "Hey, I got this hospital out in the bush. Would you be interested in fixing, some small engines? And we got a couple diesel generators over there and stuff like that." So I was like, "If you come along with me, I'll give you some, I'll compensate you, and you can get some experience." I was like, "Hey, I'm down for that. I'm all for it."
That's
And-
crazy.
and
How long
he's
were you
a-
there?
Yeah, how long were you there? And also, he's a big supporter of Calvary, right?
For sure, big supporter of Calvary. His name's Don Campion. Really great guy. He supports Calvary, 4 kids, Samaritan's Purse. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went on a flight from Miami to Frankfurt, and then that was I think 11 or 12 hours. That sucked.
It's a long flight.
Yeah, that was bad. And then we went from Frankfurt to Abuja, Nigeria. That's like the capital. and it's probably like 6 hours inland from the ocean because Nigeria's on the coast. So we went there, landed there, and then we stayed in a guest house. And I'll never forget when I got in the van to drive to the guest house. I mean, my mouth was just like, looking around, like looking at everything. I mean, it's, you know how we went to Mexico.
It's like a mission trip.
No, it was a mission trip kind of. But, we went to Mexico and the Bahamas and stuff, and that place looked like the United States compared to this.
Really?
I mean,
Wow.
Yeah, unbelievable, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there was, people out in the road. Basically, imagine people on 95 selling peanuts and drinks.
Yeah.
Just standing on the road, hey, I got peanuts, hey, I got drinks.
Oh, my
And then there was a whole crowd of people, like, basically on 995, and they were all waiting, and it was funny because one person would be looking out this way, another person would be looking out this way, another person, and pretty much they're blocking the whole road, and they're waiting for a bus.
Wow.
And there's people, they pack these buses so tight that sometimes people get squashed in there and suffocated. I mean, it's unbelievable, yeah. And, you'll see people riding on the back of a tractor trailer, hitching a ride.
Yeah.
People, you can have like 4 or 5 people on a motorcycle and a baby just hanging off the back.
What's the
bag of rice? It's crazy.
Yeah.
What's the money situation like? What did you have to use there? Is it?
They have Naira.
Naira. Okay.
It's Naira. Yeah, it's a Nigerian money. I don't know what it is the equivalent, but their inflation's so high that
it changes every day type of thing.
When you weren't working over there, did you do anything for fun? And you meet people? Like,
oh yeah.
What's your overall vibe there?
So I would recommend to anybody out there to go to a hardcore third world country because when you get back, you'll be kissing the ground.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot, and I learned to really appreciate, like, wow, thank God I live here.
Did you like it? Like, did you actually like it?
Yeah, it was good. The first couple nights are rough because there's no AC, there's no power. So
what time of year did you go?
Over there, wintertime, and it was like 95 degrees at night.
Stop.
And this humidity.
Stop.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't really sleep the first 3 nights.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and we had mosquito nets that went over our bed because malaria is really bad there. It was hardcore third world because the power grid there is so corrupt that the Nigerian government could turn on all the power, but the electrical lines would just light on fire because they can't support it.
God.
So what they do is they say, okay, we're going to turn on this village. They hit that button, they're on, oh, power was great and everything's good, and then they turn it off. Oh, we need to turn on this village. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So everything there is diesel generator, and you got to buy diesel. And that country's very oil rich, but still, it adds up.
You know what I heard there? And this might be more a little like South Africa.
Yeah.
But I heard that like all the roads there are built by China.
They are. And that's another funny thing you say because China is very influenced there. They make a lot of things for them. Like everything, you buy something that's Chinese here. I mean, yeah, it's junk, but it works for a little bit. There, you buy something Chinese, it just falls apart. It falls apart the first day. And the Chinese have a very big advantage on the Nigerians because they don't really know any better.
Yeah.
And they just keep buying this Chinese junk, and they keep buying it. And there's a lot of mines there, diamond mines, oil.
Is the mines and stuff, a lot of that is in every one of our iPhones, right? A lot of some of the material that they found in Africa.
Yeah, diamonds. And I actually drove by one, and it was funny because there was 2 Chinese guys. No, there was a couple of Chinese guys, and they had AK-47s, and they were just standing there. And I was like, I'm an American guy. I mean, I'm the only white guy probably within 80, 90 miles. So it was like, they know I'm not a threat.
Yeah.
So I talked to the guy, and, I'm like, hey, what are you doing, and, oh, yeah, we're mining here. I'm like, oh, what are you mining for? Diamonds, and they got, it was kind of sad because they had, probably like 50 or 100 Nigerian guys there working for maybe like 50 cents a day.
Oh my God.
Just digging there.
Have you ever seen them? Was it like the movie Blood Diamond with Leonardo DiCaprio?
I never seen that, but they were swinging pickaxes in this mine, and barefoot, no shoes, shorts that were just completely destroyed.
The original Fortnite.
Yeah. Well,
The original.
No. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. And on our days off, like you said, we would go ride motorcycles.
Oh, that's
so that was fun. Really good motorcycle riding there.
I bet that's cool.
That was cool because the roads are.
It's all gravel.
Yeah, well, they're again, like you say, the Chinese are a big influence there.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is they'll pave the road and they'll say, oh yeah, we paved this road, pay us. But they pave the road like, with that much asphalt on it.
Yeah,
so
real thin.
As soon as a truck drives over, it just breaks apart, and now you got a dirt road again.
Oh,
and then they
wow.
got to come back. So that's like 90% of the roads there. A lot of times, I went there twice actually. The next time we went, we had to
Did
go a
you
different
really?
way. Yeah. we went and had to go a different way because the road was completely flooded and washed out.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, it's nuts over there. I mean, everybody's got to fend for themselves, you know.
That is a crazy story.
Yeah.
I bet you learned a lot about the world from it.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And it's something you'll probably remember for a
sure.
long time.
For sure, yeah.
John, I bet you didn't know this. What's the most dangerous animal in Africa?
Hippopotamus.
Oh my God! Why do you do?
Oh,
my
you got it?
God.
You got it?
A hippopotamus.
Do you
Yeah,
see
hippo.
hippos? Do you see hippos there? Because I've seen videos of hippos approaching a moving boat. Like you see something in the water, and all of a sudden a hippo comes out of nowhere.
Dude, hippos are scary.
Like I say, there's really no animals there, you know, because there's no conservation. I mean, they literally slaughtered all of them. That's more like
Really?
Yeah.
So they have a poaching problem.
Well, there's nothing to poach.
Yeah.
They're all gone. There's no elephants. There were
Poach
elephants
these
all the
nuts.
time.
That's crazy.
But you know, there's no animals really there. And what they would do is another thing on the side of the road. They have this thing called a grass cutter, and it's basically like this, like a little armadillo, and they kind of run through the grass at night. And what the Nigerians will do, they'll throw a rock at it, and then what they'll do is they'll spread it out like a bunch of strings, and they'll sell it on the side of the road, just out in the sun.
Really?
Yeah, and we would go to a market, and they would have like fish just laid out on a table like this. They're all like, it looks like they were lit on fire. But
Oh
that's
my
how they're.
God.
Yeah, they're sun dried. Yeah, and then they'll have like
Sun-dried.
this steak.
But what did you eat out of like Africa? Like you go from, you know, your classic American John, and then just like
In-N-Out
Africa.
burger. In-N-Out burger to Africa.
Yeah, in Africa. Yeah.
I lost probably like, I don't know, 10 pounds when I was there.
Jeez.
It was a little, I
Yeah,
looked
you're
different.
working
My
all
face-
day. You're
yeah,
working all day.
Yeah, my face was real bony, and you know, I was real skinny. It was like, wow, you know, what happened to you? And I, you know,
Africa,
food,
baby.
the food there,
Africa cuts.
Yeah, yeah. The food there was, it's all natural. You know, there's no preservatives. You know, the mangoes, they're just fresh off the tree. You know,
Yeah.
the chicken. It was funny. The first day we got there was a big ceremony. We pulled in and stuff like that, and they had this minivan, a beat up. I think it was a Honda Odyssey or something. Beat up minivan, and they opened the door and like 4 or 5 chickens run out. And they were just in this minivan, running around and jumping on stuff. So they run around, they get out, and they're walking around and stuff, and they grab it. They just cut its head off right there. They throw it in a pot, or actually they defeathered it, and then they put it in a pot and ate it.
Wow,
That
that's
was
crazy.
great.
Do you miss it at all? Do you think, wow, I was like kind of happy there?
Like,
I
would
was-
you,
I
would you
liked
want to
it.
go back again?
For sure, yeah.
That's cool.
Did you see any giant? Last question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't talk
No,
to
you're
somebody
good.
from Africa.
You're right. You're right.
From
Like-
Africa? He went
Like
to-
basically,
Yeah.
did you see any giants there? They say people grow as big as like you know their environment or whatever. So what? Did you see any giants? Remember that kid B from high school?
Yeah, he was
What
Nigerian.
was he? 6'10"? He was
Yeah.
like 13.
Yeah, he was Nigerian. I wish I would have talked to him a little more, because
Yeah.
I think we flew into his town of Abuja.
And what you see? Do you see any like town of giants or something or what?
Well, those people there are built. They're tough. I mean, you'll have a 60-year-old woman carrying a 100-pound bag of concrete on her head.
No way.
Just walking down the road just like nothing. They'll carry
Wow.
pots on their head, you know,
It's
all
cra-
kinds of weight on their head.
It's crazy what the human body is capable of
Yeah, when
if
there's
it's
no- when
if
there's
it's
no
conditioned.
healthcare.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah.
conditioned right. All right,
Yeah. So that was nuts. Yeah.
that is crazy. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, probably working on cargo aircraft down in Miami. You know, getting into maybe like FedEx or UPS or something.
Yeah.
That's probably my.
So are you working on your AMP license, which is
I am-
aircraft mechanic?
Well,
something?
AMP stands for airframe and power plant.
Okay, yeah.
Right now, I'm working on the airframe portion, so that'll allow me to work on anything on the airframe. So no engines, you know.
Yeah.
Some avionics, landing gear, hydraulics, electrical stuff. Riveting, sheet metal, composites.
Yeah.
Open fabric, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm working on that right now. It's tough, but I'm getting close. Probably in like March, I'll have the first airframe license, and then I'll have a job.
Yeah.
Or have my IMP like this time next year.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's a good deal. You know, there's a high demand. Really, I can tell anybody. You know, if you're not really sure what to do, get in aviation. There's so many jobs out there. You got all these Vietnam guys getting out. You know,
It's
retiring.
expanding.
It's expanding. I
yeah.
mean, look at Amazon. I mean, they're starting to get planes. You know, they need pilots. They need
my
mechanics.
God,
They need
yeah.
All these big companies are getting more and more into aviation.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
you know what I heard the other day? China right now needs
Yeah.
pilots so bad that I think their starting salary is about 300 grand.
I believe it.
Their starting salary.
I believe it. Yeah.
Could you imagine just going to China for a couple years, getting paid that?
Well, I mean, yeah, but even a corporate pilot here, like taking off out of executive, I mean, they're making 200 plus.
Yeah.
You know, and they probably have maybe a $70,000 investment.
Yeah.
I mean,
That makes me think.
yeah,
It's kind of like off topic, but you know how like the Japanese like bombed Pearl Harbor?
yeah.
Did they get paid for that? Like their families maybe?
Oh,
What,
was
the-
there like
Like were they like being compensated to like?
That's an
What?
interesting question.
You mean Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
So the
peop-
families that
the bombers like
The
I mean,
bombers that bombed it.
Yeah, like you
Yeah,
think
of course
they're-
they got paid. They were in the military, yeah.
So do you think their families got the money? I mean, because they know they're not gonna make it out of that Pearl Harbor alive.
I think a lot. Don't quote me on that, but I think quite a few got back.
Really? They
Yeah.
said, not
No?
feeling it.
No? Okay.
No, I'm saying like, well, some of them. You said some of them got back.
Flew back. Yeah, flew back to Japan.
Oh, so were they? Okay,
So
no,
they
I'm,
lived,
I'm
yeah.
talking about like the suicide bombers.
Oh no, I don't know. Probably not. It's
Yeah.
Japan. I
They
Yeah.
said
it's
here,
United
take
Japan.
these
States,
drugs, take this
They're-
methamphetamines, and just.
it's crazy you say that. I think like the suicide bombers, like the originating way they got people to do that is by drugging them.
Yeah.
It was like I think it was cocaine and something else, and they just kind of brainwashed them into
Insane.
like this is what you have to do.
Well, the even the Air Force guys, they take something to make them like
Probably
I don't know what-
On-
methamphetamines,
yeah.
probably some Adderall.
Maybe some Adderall. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I don't know. They take something.
Yeah.
But,
They're
but
flying,
the way
like, oh, I should write a book.
the way
honestly.
the way the Japanese got the Americans in that war is they would go up to they would fly up into the sun, and then when they would fly down, they would basically be in the sun, like looking.
Oh, yeah.
You'd go up and look to shoot, and you don't
can't-
see anybody, but they're coming from the sun's perspective.
Oh,
Nobody
wow.
had sunglasses back then,
Oh,
Yeah.
so you could never see them, and that's how we got screwed.
That's a good point, dude. I've never heard
That
that.
is
before.
crazy.
That's why they have
That's crazy.
That's why they have the red dot on the side of the Japanese planes.
Mm.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yep.
That
Wow,
is
I've
crazy.
never heard
Big
that
history guy.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
history guy.
No, that's good. It's a good tactic. We got
All
we
right.
got screwed.
We got some would you rather questions. I'm gonna start it off
Oh,
with
my
this first
goodness.
one. Would you rather be smart but you're a total jerk, or you're really nice but you're really dumb?
Smart and be a jerk.
Yeah. You
Hands
think
down.
so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can work on that.
Yeah,
You can work on that
exact-
eventually.
yeah.
But can't fix stupid.
Yeah.
So
Can't fix
you
stupid.
you gotta take the smart. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you rather be born without knees or without elbows?
You still have what? Still have hands, right? Or no?
Yeah, just no elbows or no knees.
I mean, you could fix stupid before 4 months. Anyways, go ahead.
Before.
I don't know. Probably. Fuck. You can't use your hands though, right? Shit.
I mean, you can. You just can't.
But you can move your fingers.
You can move your fingers. Just
You
no.
just gotta like swing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiss aviation goodbye with that, John.
Yeah. Right. I'd probably say no knees.
Can't walk.
Yeah. No. I'd probably.
Yeah, but
no
you can
elbows.
lean on a lot of stuff.
No elbows. Yeah, for sure.
All right, I got you. Would you rather only be able to drink water for the rest of your life, or only be able to drink anything but water?
Water for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Gotcha. That's an easy one.
Okay. Rapid fire questions. Actually, no. There's another.
John, do you have a dog?
Yeah, two.
Well, I have a question for you. Would you throw that dog out of a 24th story building if I gave you $1 million?
No, not a chance.
Okay.
No.
Do you think anybody could be bought? You seem like you're about buying and trading and money.
That's true. You're very
No.
monetary focused.
You're a great guy. No. For those of you who don't know, John is what? One of the most genuine
Great guy.
people.
Totally.
But do you think everybody has a price?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much money would I have to pay to throw that dog out of the
That's
building?
true. That is true. Dogs are different though. People take.
don't know.
People.
I'd do it for $1 million.
I don't know.
You would do it for
You
$1
would do it for
million?
$1 million? That's nothing.
I think I'd throw my.
In today's age, that's nothing, dude.
Oh wait, I don't. I'm
million?
starting to think about my dog now.
I'd
so-
probably
$1
bargain with
million,
you, but if
you
you had
compare
if you had $1 million in cash, I'd probably throw my dog off the building.
$1 million in cash?
Yeah, I'd
Dude.
probably throw my dog off the
You're gonna be
building.
broke, man. That's nothing.
It's just,
$1 million is nothing.
Yeah, but to buy a nice house down here, dude, you're gonna have to spend like.
It's $1 million more than I wouldn't have had.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, that's hard. I don't want to think about it now.
All right. Would you rather be born 50 years in the future or 50 years in the past?
50 years in the past.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that.
50 years in the past.
Yeah, the 70s.
I don't. Yeah, I don't really.
Imagine when John's friends see him with the GoPed and like what?
I feel like John was meant to be born 50 years in the past.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I was
Like, screw these
I don't really fit in.
smartphones.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't really fit in that well with this generation, but hey, it is what it is, you know.
You're born.
I think
You're
you
born
fit
into the
in.
generation.
I think we don't
Exactly.
fit in with you, quite honestly, John. Like,
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We got some.
That's why, and that, honestly, I mean, you know, that's kind of why I've gotten. I almost want to say like ahead, but just I really can like talk, start up a conversation with anybody, and
Definitely true.
yeah, and a lot of these people, you got to be able to deal with, especially people our age, deal with older people. Because, that's just going to be your boss. That's going to be your manager. That's who's going to get you that next job.
Yeah.
So I can strike up a conversation with those people and really talk to them. Because like you guys say, I don't really, I'm not really fit in with this generation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you said that.
I'm happy with that.
To be fair, John, you said that, but I definitely feel like you're definitely one of us. But hey.
Yeah, no, I see what's going on. Yeah.
we have some rapid fire questions.
John's got 8 watches because he's ahead of time.
Oh, I feel like you for sure heard that before.
For sure. For sure. Rapid fire.
Favorite car?
67 Firebird.
Firebird. Okay.
Very nice car.
For these, switch to us when we ask the question, and then switch to him when he answers.
There you go.
Okay, here we go.
Favorite boat brand?
Hughes.
Hughes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite drink?
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Beef or chicken?
Beef.
Favorite iPhone game?
Fuck, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
It's the new
I think
OS.
shit. Temple
Who
Run.
keeps track with the new
Temple
OS?
Run.
That's
Temple.
embarrassing. That's
Wow,
embarrassing.
I actually respect that.
Nah, Temple Run's a clutch game.
That's embarrassing. Yeah.
Blondes or brunettes?
Blondes.
You knew that one. Knew that one.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Aunt or aunt?
Ant.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right. Rape or consent?
Consent.
I don't think it's like wait, what?
Think about it.
All right.
The last one didn't go so well when we asked that.
Yeah.
When he said skip.
All right.
Like you're gonna skip that? There's one answer only.
Yeah. All right. Here's a new segment. I guess it's not even new anymore.
No,
you know?
it's a catch.
It's formed in here. It's But are you really that smart?
I think I heard this one on the last one.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Here we go. What is the best-selling car of all time?
Brand or model?
Go both if you can, but start with brand.
Toyota.
Yep.
Model?
If you can.
I'll just stick with the make. I can move on to the next one.
All right. Toyota. We'll
You're
give
right.
it to him.
That's
Toyota,
right.
Toyota Corolla. But
Toyota
yes.
Corolla, okay.
All right. Here we go. What are the 4 forces of flight?
4 forces. Okay, you have lift,
Yep.
drag,
Yep.
thrust,
Yep.
and gravity.
Okay, this is a mixed one, but gravity weight.
Gravity weight.
But I'll
okay.
give that to you.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
very
You're
impressive.
going off on these questions.
From a non-pilot.
You're the
yeah.
best person who's
No,
answered that thing.
we went over that.
Yeah, definitely.
Gravity. Yeah.
Okay, this is another one you should get. What are the 4 strokes of a piston?
4 strokes of a piston. What happens?
Yeah.
Be careful with this one.
So yeah, this one's tricky. So you have the shit.
There's slang
You have-
for it too, if you know
have
it.
the okay. So it goes up.
Yep.
Right. It compresses. It fires. Goes down. You have the intake.
Yep.
You have the
The
exhaust.
suck,
The intake. Then it goes up again. You have the exhaust,
squeeze,
squeeze, and then boom,
the bang,
the bang. Yeah.
and then the blow.
And then
Blow.
boom.
Suck, squeeze, bang, blow.
Yeah.
For people who
Bang
don't know.
blow. Take notes, girlfriend.
Yeah.
What manufacturer makes the LS motor?
Chevy.
GM, but I'll
GM.
take it.
GM Chevy.
Okay, last one. What type of engine does NASCAR use?
Well, I mean a V8, but it's based off a small block.
Yeah.
But brand, I mean, they probably have aftermarket. Yeah.
They got plenty, yeah. But
Yeah.
pushrod V8s, yeah.
Push our V8, yeah.
I think John is the first person to successfully
They'll do
answer
all the really
all of
that
those
smart.
questions.
Yeah.
John, because I'm genuinely curious, what's your favorite tire brand?
Whatever's the best quality. I don't really have. There's certain sizes that are, they're good in that size, but they're not good in another size. I don't know, just whatever you can get your hands on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I would say.
yeah. Nothing specific. I'm not brand specific or anything, but
Are you a qualitative guy or a quantitative guy?
I know
Would
the
you
answer.
rather have a lot of stuff or a lot of stuff, or not a lot of stuff, but quality of that stuff?
Man, I'm kind of right down the middle of the road. I've got a lot of junk. You know, old boats and jet skis and stuff
You
like that.
seem qualitative.
But the thing is, I like is you can buy a lot of junk and you can always fix it up.
That
Yeah.
is true.
You know, where the
You're
thing is-
taking your quantitative and making it
Exactly.
qualitative.
exactly.
Wow.
You can always change that around.
True.
Yeah. So why do you think people? Why are things gay? Like, let me give you an example.
Not people. We're
Not
talking
people.
things.
Like
items.
A neat closet. You know how people will be like, he's organized. He has a nice closet. And he's meant to be gay.
Maybe
Why are
like
these-
bright colored button up
Yeah.
shirts.
Why are these social constructs a thing?
Yeah, the closet.
The
closet
word
thing.
chic, for example.
The what?
The word chic, for
Chic?
example. Yeah.
Chic.
You ever been called chic before, John?
No, never.
Well, take it for someone who has.
Really? Wow, that's rough, man.
That's right, man.
Like, why do people say anytime a male expresses any type of emotional feeling or like anything that they like get emotional about, people call him gay, or some people
That
call him
is so
gay.
true.
Like,
Yeah,
why
I
is
mean,
it like that? Why does it?
Well, look,
Like October's coming up and you want to carve a jack-o'-lantern and you're like, no. You can't
Yeah,
say
Oh,
that.
that's
exactly.
gay, bro. It's
Yeah,
like, no,
no.
screw you.
If that- you wanna pull it up-
jack-o'-lantern.
I swear, John, you ever pull up an umbrella when it's raining and your friends are just like, bro, where'd you pull that out of, right? Like,
Yeah, right. Hey,
First
look,
take.
though, if that hits you, you're soft.
Oh,
So you need to
that's
address
true.
that.
Oh,
That's true.
You know?
Oh.
But, yeah.
You
I'd
should
start
be
with
able-
that because
Yeah.
if you have that problem, you have a lot of other. You know.
And honestly,
Yeah.
I'd say that's one of our biggest problems in America right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh well, you called me that. Oh well, that's not politically correct. Oh, shut the fuck up.
yes, amen,
Ain't that
bro.
the truth?
Honestly.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
So, National Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Really,
How has breast cancer affected you personally?
not applicable.
Not applicable. Here you go. Glad to hear that. For all of you girls or guys or whatever you want to be called by, go get those breasts checked out. You
Yeah,
know?
and if you do have breast cancer, we'd love to interview you and talk about just kind of like how shitty that is.
And it sucks, man.
It does suck. It really does suck. Any type of thing that says cancer at the end of it,
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
look, well,
good.
thankfully, I don't really know anybody that what school does that as that, but well, not just cancer in general, but yeah, it sucks. It's brutal.
Yeah,
There's no
totally.
cure for it.
We've graduated with some cancerous people, but
Yeah, but that's different now.
What's the time at, Steve?
yeah.
52.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. That
I
flew
mean,
by.
we're
That's,
good.
That's great.
That was great,
That was our
dude.
whole list.
Do
good.
you have anything to say to anyone that is listening? The camera's on you.
Anything to say?
No pressure.
You know, if one thing I'm gonna say, this applies to a lot of things, but if everybody's going in one direction, don't necessarily go in that direction. Kind of think about it. You know, with a lot of things like jobs, you know, oh, I'm gonna go get my degree in this, or I'm gonna go get my degree in that. You know, okay, that's great, but I mean, you know, there's a lot of other opportunities out there. The other thing is you know, a lot of times I've kind of found this with social media, it kind of doesn't make it, you're not creative. You know, you're just kind of absorbed in, oh, I'm look at my phone.
Yeah.
Where if you just put the phone down and just kind of look around and let your mind rest, and you can think, wow, hey, look, that's a great idea. You know, oh, I should go pursue that idea.
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem with our generation. Everyone's like, oh, you know, stocks, oh, Amazon, oh, you know, doing things online. You know, where there's so many businesses out there that you can maybe fix or start.
Yeah.
You know, so that's my one thing to say to everybody is, you know, be creative. You know, there's the sky's the limit, and that's one thing is everyone's like, oh, well, what's that person doing? Oh, if that person's doing this, and I need to kind of, you know, do this. But if you go out and do your own thing and forget about everybody else, that's how you're gonna do well.
Amen,
Totally,
dude.
totally.
Wow.
Yeah.
On
Wow.
that note, John, thanks for coming on, bro.
Sure,
Good conversation.
Yeah.
You really
Anytime.
killed it.
Anytime.
Smooth, very smooth.
Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to like and subscribe. The hoodies are going to be on the way. If you're just sitting on your phone right now or you're watching from home, I'd like you to stand up,
Stand up.
take your pants off, take your shirt off, kneel down, and just smash that like button and that subscribe button. Just make friends in the comments too.
Thank you very
Comment,
much.
people.
You guys have a
Amen.
great night.
Thank you for watching. Hanger Slang.